what you're doing. The body there, the body there. The body there, the body there. The body there, the body there. Can I take it to the movies? Yo, Valiant song bad, guys. How come you guys didn't tell me say it's Valiant is the one that sing that song? That song bad. That song gone, guys. Like off the chart. But good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Back again with another content. Hopefully you guys could join me this morning. Rightfully. Join me rightfully if you need a content, guys. A bag of things I have to tell you guys. So come on in this content. Bring your mom, your dad, and everybody that you can bring. Bring all the adults, leave all the children. Please and thank you. Okay? Because we have a bunch of things that we want to talk about today. So come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, and come and join this live so we can get on and unpack the rest of the content, guys, and all of that. So it's Tuesday. Yay. Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Hope everything is well. Hope you slept well and don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay? And I hope that at the end of the day, this is going to be a great week for you and a prosperous week for you. Okay? So just keep on packing some patience and everything and continue to work towards your goal. Okay? Today's Tuesday. So as you guys see the content, guys, the mushroom murder all the way in Australia. We're gone. Oh, Australia, we're there. Australia, we're gone. Let's unpack this content quick and fast. So I'm going to read for the best of my ability. The Australian woman accused of killing 3 relatives and gravely injured another with a toxic mushroom meal has taken to the witness stand on her trial. Erin Patterson had pleaded not guilty to 4 charges, 3 of the murder and 1 of the attempted murder over the beef Wellington lunch at her regional Victoria house in July 2023. Prosecutor argued she intentionally sought out death cap mushrooms and cooked them for her relatives before lying to the police and disposing of the evidence. However, the defense case is that Patterson had intentionally served poison to family members she loved and then panicked. 3 people died in the hospital in the days after the meal, including Miss Patterson, former in-laws Dan Patterson, 70, and Gail Patterson, 70, as well as Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson, 66. A single lunch guest survived, local pastor Ian Wilkinson, after weeks of treatment in hospital. Over 5 weeks, the jury in the Victorian Supreme Court had heard from more than 50 witnesses called by the prosecution, including Mrs. Patterson's estranged husband, Simon, and the surviving lunch guest, Ian. It is now the defense turn to call witnesses, and first up was Miss Patterson herself, the 50-year-old that told the court that by 2023 she had felt for some months that her relationship with her wider Patterson family, Don and Gail in particular, had perhaps developed a bit more distant or space. We saw each other less, she says. I would come to have concerns that Simon was not wanting me to be involved in too much with the family anymore. After detailing a brief period of separation between the couple when their first child was an infant, Erin Patterson told the court that she and Simon Patterson struggled to work out their disagreements. If we had any problems at all, it was we couldn't communicate well when we disagree about something, she said. We would just feel hurt and not know how to resolve it. She also told the court about the traumatic birth of the first child in 2009, less than a year before the couple's first break. She started to go into distress and lost his heartbeat, she said, her voice choking up. She explained doctors performed an emergency cesarean to get her son out quickly. When he was ready to go home, Miss Patterson said she discharged herself from the hospital against medical advice as she didn't want to remain there alone. The jury has heard that Mrs. Peterson discharged herself from the hospital against medical advice in the days after the fatal lunch, which prosecutors earlier pointed to as evidence as she was not unwell. However, her barrister Colin Mandy, in his opening address, said she had done so at several occasions over her life. Miss Patterson gave less than an hour of evidence before court broke up for the day and will return to resume her testimony on today, Tuesday, guys. Okay, so did you guys hear about the toxic mushroom murder trial? Did you guys hear that it seems like she wanted to kill off her in-law and stuff like that? Did you guys heard about this content, guys? Or did you guys hear about this whole story? Let's unpack the story quick and fast. Okay.
Hiding muscle and joint pain behind a
1 second, guys.
It's one of Australia's biggest murder trials. Here are 3 things you need to know. It all centres around a lunch back in July 2023. Erin Patterson invited her in-laws around to her house, Don and Gail Patterson. Also there was Gail Patterson's sister, Heather Wilkinson, and her husband, Ian. Now, they were served a beef Wellington that contained toxic death cap mushrooms. Within days, Don and Gail Patterson were dead, along with Heather Wilkinson. Heather's husband, Ian Wilkinson, survived, but he spent weeks in hospital. The trial is being held here at the courthouse in Morwell, and it started back in late April. Now, the prosecution say that Erin Patterson deliberately poisoned her relatives by feeding them death cap mushrooms, that her intention was to kill. They also say that even if there isn't an obvious motive, you don't need a motive to convict somebody of murder. Erin Patterson's defence team say the deaths of her relatives were a tragedy, a terrible accident. Her lawyers do say, though, she lied several times to the police in the days after that fateful lunch back in 2023. They say that she realised the severity of what had happened, that she was responsible for their deaths, and she panicked. Now, after all of the evidence is heard, the jury will retire and consider its verdict.
So did you hear that? Did you hear that, guys? So it seems like say the in-laws can't stand her, and she couldn't stand the in-law. But with this very powerful mushroom, guys, her sister. Oh no, she almost poisoned off her sister as well, too, people. Could you imagine? She almost poisoned off her sister as well. Guys? She almost killed off her sister as well. All right? So we want to unpack the rest of the content and the rest of this story, guys. Quick and fast, okay? So let's talk about what happened more in the case, guys. All right? So the murder trial. Okay? Give me a second, guys, because, you know, the commercial, so you always have to forward out the commercial, you know. Okay, guys, it's coming.
Erin Patterson's police interview played to court, shopping list history and apparent shock that someone had died. This is what happened in week 5 of Erin Patterson's...
Could you imagine, people? So could you imagine week 5 in the Patterson case? Sorry, guys, I don't know what happened just now, but week 5 in the Patterson case, guys. And at the end of the day, this is going to get crazy and more sinister and troubling with this case, okay? So I want you guys to listen to the case. It's a commercial, and then the commercial just kick out that one. So I want to drop that one without the commercial, guys. Give me a second. Okay, without the commercial. I don't want commercial in it at all.
Erin Patterson's police interview played to court, shopping list history and apparent shock that someone had died. This is what happened in week 5 of Erin Patterson's death cap mushroom murder trial. In the 21-minute-long video played to the Supreme Court, Erin Patterson appears in a small white-walled interview room in the Wonthaggi police station. She's wearing a beige-coloured jumper opposite 2 officers and appears composed, and her voice and tone remain level. When asked why she hosted the lunch the week before, she says she had no other family and wanted to maintain relationships. They always said they would support me. I loved them. They're good, decent people that have never done anything wrong, she said at different times in the interview. Those at the beef Wellington meal were Don and Gail Patterson, the parents of her estranged husband Simon, as well as Gail's sister Heather Wilkinson and her husband Ian. All guests became gravely ill and 3 died because of death cap mushroom poisoning. Erin Patterson is facing 3 charges of murder and 1 of attempted murder. She's pleading not guilty to those charges, and a defence team says the deaths were a tragic accident. The police interview played to court shows Erin Patterson lying to police about foraging for wild mushrooms and owning a food dehydrator. Detective Stephen Effingstall asks in the interview, "Do you know anything about a dehydrator in your house?" "No," she responds. "Do you own a dehydrator?" "No," she says again. "We've got concerns in relation to the mushrooms and where they've come from. Is that something you've done in the past? Foraging?" the officer asks. "Never," Erin Patterson responds, shaking her head. Erin Patterson's defence team has earlier admitted she lied about the dehydrator and foraging, but maintains Erin Patterson did not seek out death cap mushrooms and panicked about the dehydrator, which the court has heard she dumped at a tip. A manual for a dehydrator was found by police in her kitchen drawer during a search that happened on the same day as the police interview. The court heard that during the search, Ms Patterson asked police officers, "Who died?" Detective Sergeant Luke Farrell told the court he did not know what Erin Patterson was aware of at the time, but she had expressed surprise when she found out Heather Wilkinson had died. Police also told the court that while the search was happening, a SIM card was being transferred from one of Ms Patterson's phones to another mobile phone. Police say they never recovered that first phone, dubbed Phone A. In the police video, Erin Patterson says, "I've been very, very helpful with the health department during the week because I do want to understand what happened." Sally Ann Atkinson from the Department of Health told the court this week Erin Patterson kept giving her team different information. Ms Patterson told her the mushrooms used were a mixture of Woolworth's button mushrooms and dried mushrooms from an Asian grocer from Melbourne's Oakley, Clayton or Mount Waverley areas. Then that the store could have been Glen Waverley. And rather than buying most of the fresh ingredients on the Friday before the lunch, she had in fact bought the fresh ingredients over Wednesday to Friday. Previously, a Monash City Council investigator told the court he visited many Asian grocery stores looking for mushrooms, but did not find any death caps. The jury was also shown Erin Patterson's shopping history. It records Erin Patterson bought packets of frozen puff phyllo pastry, 1 kilogram of chopped fresh mushrooms and shallot onions from the Leongatha Woolworths several days before the lunch. Then, on the day before, she returned to pick up more pastry, beef eye fillets and sliced mushrooms, along with gravy packets and 1.5 kilograms of mashed potato and 340 grams of beans. Prosecutors this week also showed evidence from Gail Patterson. First, a diary note in the weeks leading up to the lunch that her former daughter-in-law would be going to St Vincent's Hospital for a lump on her arm. Then text messages between the two read, "Hi Erin, just wondering how you got on at your appointment today. Love, Don and Gail."
Keep on listening.
Then, the next day, Erin Patterson replied, "I had a needle biopsy taken of the lump and I'm returning for an MRI next week and will know more after the results of those 2 things." Then when Gail asked about it 2 weeks later, Erin Patterson said she had a bit to digest and would talk to them in person. The sole surviving lunch guest said Miss Patterson announced she had cancer and was seriously ill. But the prosecution told the court there was no evidence she visited doctors for the lump, no evidence she was given an MRI or had
So she was
cancer.
looking for sympathy
However,
from the
defense
family
also
members who
presented
can
medical
stand her.
records between 2021 and 2023. They show doctor notes saying Erin Patterson had a family history of ovarian cancer and she was worried about it. And while tests were all fine, further tests were ordered. The trial is scheduled to go for 1 more week.
So did you guys heard about that, people? So the mushroom case, her in-law them is dead like dog. Okay, only 1 survivor in this mushroom case. In-laws them dead like dog. Could you imagine? The in-laws are dead like dog. Okay, guys? Seems like the in-laws them were a little bit strange, she says. And they were a little bit strange. Because they were strange, she's like, you know what? Maybe let me just kill off these heifers, allegedly. Don't mix me. Everything I say here, people, is allegedly, 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 allegedly. It's an allegation, okay? But it's allegedly by Mina, all right? Okay? All right, so let's get to this part. Quick and fast.
Going somewhere. If you're
1
getting
second.
out and about soon.
The whole day, just talk us through
Commercial,
what you saw,
sorry guys.
in court.
Sure. Well, the big moment, obviously, Erin Patterson took the stand today. She gave a potted history of life in general in 2023, good and bad. And of course, 2023 was the year of that fatal beef Wellington lunch. We learned how she met her estranged husband, Simon, travels early in their romance, their marriage, having their first child, travels, and then when things started to fray. We also heard from the informant, Stephen Eppenstall again. We're back on the plates, he went through the plates again, things that weren't seized in the first execution of the arrest warrant, and then we were taken on a journey of 3 SIM numbers from different phones, and then it was re-examination of Stephen Eppenstall from the prosecution and a list of agreed facts in this trial.
Thank you, Rach. Erin Patterson on the stand is something that we have wondered if we would see the whole way through this trial. This is something we learnt was going to happen quite late in the day. So we had come back in, I think, from lunch. We were working through a re-examination of Stephen Eppenstall, the informant. And then as that finished, as they went through the agreed facts, Colin Mandy, SC, the defence barrister, was asked by Justice Beale if what they would be doing, and he basically said the defence calls Erin Patterson. What was the reaction in the room?
Big surprise, both from journalists, and I even noticed one of the jury members have a sharp intake of breath, and he said, "Oh."
Wow.
And then they all got shuffled out because we needed a short break. But yeah, big surprise. There's been a lot of people in the public gallery today, so they all tried to shuffle back into court, and I was literally on the edge of my seat to have enough room with my elbows to be able to type. So there was a lot of interest in this afternoon session.
The sense of drama was somewhat...
Can you imagine the mushroom trial? Could you imagine the mushroom trial? So it's alleged, guys, it's alleged that, she and her estranged in-laws are not seeing eye to eye. She and her estranged husband is not seeing eye to eye. And then what occurred, guys, she invited them over for dinner, got some poisonous mushroom, allegedly, and end up cook some beef meal and end up killing three of them off. Her sister was there as well. Oh, no. Okay, guys? So if you never heard about this trial, guys, this trial is happening now, okay? The mushroom murder trial. And she's on murder. She's on trial for murder of killing 3 of the in-laws. Okay, guys? All right? And at the end of the day, if you guys don't understand this situation, they said that she was obsessed with the mushrooms and stuff like that. They said that she planned to kill them just like that. Okay? After that, they said she accused Mushroom Cook, called to the witness box at the murder trial. All of these kind of things, people. And at the end of the day, she's on trial now for the murder. And at the end of the day, we're not sure what's going to happen. But let's dive in this one quick and fast. Okay? So the mushroom murder all the way in Australia, we're going. Hey, all right, give me a second.
Good. Wait.
Triple murderer Erin Patterson has become emotional as she continues to give evidence on her health, separation and her relationship with the in-laws she allegedly killed. Our reporter Estelle Greepink is live at the Supreme Court hearing with the details. Estelle, good afternoon. What type of questions have been asked this morning?
Good morning, Tash. Well, there have really been a broad range of questions from the defence, so I'll take you through what Erin Patterson has said so far. Perhaps most significantly, she has admitted that she's never had ovarian cancer, and that's come after the jury have been told that Erin Patterson invited those 4 guests to the lunch at her home in 2023 and told them that she had cancer. She then spoke about her relationship with her estranged husband, Simon Patterson. She described them as really good friends who liked each other, but said that when they had disagreements or conflicts, both of them would feel hurt and like they weren't being heard. And the court was shown some text messages that the jury have seen before where they were arguing about a 70th birthday. It appears they'd had a bit of a shouting match, and then they eventually apologised to each other. Erin Patterson said this was typical of their relationship, that they would argue and be annoyed for about a day, but then they would come back together.
Keep on listening.
Also asked the accused triple murderer about her relationship with Don and Gail Patterson, who she is accused of murdering. She said that they actually moved in with the in-laws for about 6 weeks when their first child was very small, and it was a really nice time. And then she teared up in the witness stand when she said that Don and Gail still treated her like a daughter-in-law and loved her even after the separation. She then went on to speak about her relationship with Ian and Heather Wilkinson, who were the other 2 guests at that lunch. She said Ian Wilkinson was the popular pastor of their local church, so she didn't speak with him too much.
Even the pastor was there, almost died.
Come up to her at church and speak with her. Now, the defence then went on to speak to Erin Patterson about her mistrust of the health system. The jury has previously heard that she left the Leongatha Hospital pretty quickly in the days after the lunch, despite doctors asking her to stay, because they were concerned that she had also suffered from this mushroom poisoning. She said that when she had her second child, she was quite concerned about a mass in her baby's abdomen, and when she told doctors about it, she was dismissed as being, quite an over-anxious parent. Later on, it was discovered that her daughter actually did have an ovarian cyst, so she said that she then sort of developed this mistrust of the hospital system. And when the defence said to her, is that perhaps a reason that you left the Leongatha Hospital earlier? She said, yeah, that probably did contribute. So it's been a big day of evidence. It's only been about an hour and a half so far. The court is currently on a break, Tash, but inside the courtroom it is understandably packed. And one of the people in the courtroom today observing these proceedings is Ian Wilkinson, the sole survivor of the lunch. So I'll head back in now and I'll bring you more updates throughout the day.
Appreciate it, Estelle. Thank you. To news just in this afternoon.
Could you imagine? So it seems like the sister is dead as well, guys. Only person who's a survivor was the pastor. I guess the pastor was praying very good with the Almighty God, and I guess the pastor was on the Almighty God right hand that day. He never passed away. And for her, the cook, the lady who cooked the food, this lady who was on trial, perhaps she did not eat all that food. Maybe she shared hers differently. Okay, because if you're going to poison somebody, you're going to put the poison in your plate. You may be going to make it look like you have your mushroom. You maybe put some other mushroom in your food, the mushroom that she bought the week prior. But the ones that she bought, the ones that she dehydrated, the ones that allegedly that she used and kill off the in-laws and her sister. Oh my God, the sister was invited 2 people. The only person survived was the pastor. Okay, 3, it was supposed to be 4 murder. But 3 murder and 1 attempted murder, guys. Seriously. Okay? All the way in Australia we're gone. All right?
At least 3 million workers on the minimum wage will receive a pay.
So when you think about it, guys, this case is troubling and disturbing. But we're not going to drag out the case anymore. So did you hear about the mushroom triple murder? When you fall out with your in-laws, what do? You just plan to go and kill them? When you fall out with your in-laws, you don't go about your business. You just decide to, I am going to murder my in-laws, allegedly. Huh, guys? So when you and your in-law them fall out, what do you guys do? Do you guys be that back and belly rat and say, you're not seeing the kids? You're not seeing the kids? Da, 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 da. Are you guys have one of those in-laws? And then at the end of the day, a lot of people, when it comes to in-laws, they believe, okay, because I'm the baby mother, I am an in-law. Nope. You're the man, you're the kid's family, and that's the kid's family. You become an in-law only when you're married. That's the only when you could call yourself an in-law, daughter-in-law, unless you have a ring on it. Other than that, you're just the man's baby mother. Other than that, you're just the kid's mother. And other than that, you're just the mother of those grandparents grandchildren, the way I see it, if you know how the in-law situation runs and go, if you care to know. Then you have on the next hand, you have a lot of people, especially in the black community, that they claim that they don't care for the in-laws. Okay? And then, and on the other hand, in the black community, we see the hotter claps from the in-law on here when it comes to the mix-up. Who is this from? Who's that? Who I do this from? Who not do that? And then you see the hug and go lifestyle. And then after that, now you be like, oh my, if my in-law, if my child grandma is like that, then I would hate her. If my child grandmother is like that, then I would allegedly poison her, like this woman right here. Okay, so the woman decided that she's not seeing eye to eye with these people, so she decided to give them a meal of poisonous mushroom and end up killing them off allegedly. Okay, so guys, like I said, everything I say, it's all allegedly. All right, and these are strictly allegations, strongly allegation. This trial is happening right now in Australia. This occurred a year ago, and right now we are trial. So sooner or later, when I come back or when the verdict comes back, then I will come and say, guys, this is the verdict of the mushroom case. Okay, guys? Running on greatly, running on swiftly. Thank you for stopping by, guys. Thank you for giving me your ear and your eyes to unpack this content, so to speak. Okay, it's like a habit. I come now to give you guys a content every morning. Okay, and I'm sure you guys are looking forward for the content, because if you guys weren't looking for the content, you guys want to be here right now actually listening to the content. Okay, guys, so I really appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by and all of them great stuff. Okay, let's end up in some other stuff. Let's discuss some other stuff greatly and keenly. Okay, so we want to start. Let's start in the phone. Okay, let's go in the phone before maybe my phone start to act up and I can't get to show you guys some rest of the things I'm like yesterday. All right, so I'm gonna go in my phone. All right, so let's unpack the content. All right, guys, I want to give you guys an hour. Hopefully I could give you guys an hour this morning, like how I always do. All right, so now we want to get into 1 second. All right, so let's talk about here. Let's talk about Diddy, the big bad Diddy. All right, so guys, did you guys know? Remember a couple days I mentioned to you guys that this Diddy case stemmed from the Biggie case, where I tell you guys that Biggie, can't you see? Parents, our mother drop a lawsuit on the police. Remember I said that? And the NYPD or something of that sort. I have to come back with that receipt, or maybe I'll look it up when I'm done. But she ended up drop a lawsuit, okay? They were running out of luck because the last time they went to court, the judge basically told them that you would have to find some kind of murderer for the Biggie Small. If not, you would have to pay out this woman X, Y, and Z. Okay? Then they continue to run up and down and they end up getting Keefe D. Okay? They claim say it's Keefe D sign a paperwork with a policeman. Remember he wasn't supposed to come and talk, and the man basically come and snitch on himself, because a lot of people believe that when they sign stuff, they don't read it, and when they sign stuff with the police, they shouldn't make a lawyer go over that. So Keefe D end up coming out here and talk. People thought that he was talking, and because he was braggadocious and he was bragging about killing and stuff like that, and bragging about the money that he got, that Tupac allegedly passed it on to a third party to pass it on to him, and he never got the money, allegedly. So now Keefe D end up going on so many interviews and start to run his mouth about the killing, about his nephew, who's a shooter, perhaps, allegedly, la da 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 da. A lot of people, like I said, thought he was bragging, thought he was despicable, thought he was a jerk, thought he was an asshole. But mind you, people didn't realize that this man has cancer, and the money that he made from these interviews, he was taking the money to go and get treatment. Ouch. So they end up lock up Keefe D and lock up Keefe D for the Tupac murder, and the whole world coming out, crashing out, crying out, saying, oh yeah, they lock him up, and Diddy was part of it. Now, I say that to say this, look here, Tupac Shakur family hires powerhouse attorney to investigate Sean Combs. The news follow reports that the late rapper family has taken a team of investigators to ascertain any possibility connection between Combs and Shakar death. No, sir, how much more one man can take? Oh no, how much more one billionaire can take? Oh no, how much more one billionaire can take? Could you imagine? So the family is coming and the family is shouting, "Hey boy, are you part of this murder? I am going to investigate you like, oh, now you're being investigated." Oh no. We always say in the black community, we don't kick people when they're down, but nobody first place like the black folks to kick you while you're down. Okay, guys? So right now, they just gave him the boot up his ass. Whap! Like, oh, you have something in people's ass with baby oil. All that. We're investigating you for the connection of the murder. Ouch. Yo, people. So these are all alleged. So I had to come and shout. Moving on, running on, running on. In the nice big bad content. Okay, guys. Happy Tuesday and all of them great stuff there. Okay, all right, okay. From there, guys, we want to drop. From here, guys, I just want to continue over here some more. Right here. See it here? Right here, like I said, Tupac Shakur family hires powerhouse attorney to investigate Sean Combs. Here it is, guys. Okay, the family of Tupac Shakur has hired powerhouse lawyer Alex Sparrow to investigate a potential link between Sean Combs and the murder of Shakur. Rolling Stone has confirmed the news follow report that the late Los Angeles rapper family have team of investigators to ascertain if the Bad Boy Entertainment founder had any involvement in his death. Did you hear that? So how much more can one person take, guys? How much more? So I had to come and shout out that. All right? If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, then you know. All right? Who always say that? Okay? From there, we jump here. Oh my. So as you guys know, the same woman who filed a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs is the same woman that says that Weinstein assaulted her. Say who? Say what? Say who? You heard me. By the same woman who filed a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, it's the same woman that said that Weinstein assaulted her. So is this a money grab? Was she an unlucky camper? That she end up with two biggest monster in the industry? One Weinstein who raped off the woman them allegedly, and now Puff Diddy with the sexual assault and all of these kind of things. Can anything go like this? I am not sure. Is she unlucky? Is she an unlucky camper, or she is a money grabber? I am not sure. So I had to come and shout right here, guys. Crystal McKinnon, who filed a lawsuit against controversial singer Sean Diddy Combs in May 2024, now filed an amendment complaint against the disgraced film producer Harvey Weinstein. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me that I'm lying. I couldn't be lying because right there looking at ya. Running on with the content, guys. All right, all right, all right. Right there. From there, guys, we want to pull out here. With the testimony concluded in Hockey Canada sexual assault trial near completion. Oh, people, what do you guys think in the hockey trial? You guys believe that in the hockey trial, they're going to find these privileged 5 boys that have 300,000 million contract after Hockey Canada already settled with the victim, who right now charging those boys. Remember, the victim already got a payout, and they claim the reason why, maybe perhaps that's why the police dropped the case, because they found out greatly that she already got a paid out. When it comes to the trial. So the hockey trial, guys, is almost coming to an end. And we want to know, we're going to see what's going to be happening, what would be the outcome, and stuff like that, guys. All right? So the hockey trial, like I said, is breaking down the case. The testimony actually wraps up and stuff like that. So let's get into it quick and fast with the detective testify and all of those things. But let's unpack the content quick and fast, okay? Give me a second.
We are drawing closer to the verdict in the sexual assault case involving 5 former World Junior hockey players. The defense have now wrapped up their case, and soon the decision will be in the hands of a judge. Our Michelle Mackey has been following this case very closely, in fact, since the beginning, Michelle. When we look back to the calendar, April 22nd is when a lot of this began. So can you take us through some of this timeline?
Yeah, well, let's talk about the workings of the trial itself, because we know that the first trial was declared a mistrial. They had to get a brand new jury after only a couple of days. They started the second trial, and then just a couple of weeks ago, the judge ruled that that jury had been tainted, and it was a judge-alone trial, and that's where we're at now.
Okay, so if you're following along, there were a number of witnesses that took the stand. Let's start with the complainant herself, spending 9 days on the stand, referred to as EM only. Can you talk about the allegations from her standpoint?
Yeah, so in a nutshell, what EM says happened to her is on the night of June 18th in 2018, she was out with some coworkers she didn't know too well. She had many drinks at a bar, and that's where she met Michael McLeod, who she knew as Mikey at the time. The two agreed to go back to the London Delta.
Continue to listen.
Hotel. They had consensual sex. After this, EM says that without her knowledge or consent, more men entered that hotel room, as many as 10. She said her mind left her body as she performed sexual acts that she was asked to do.
You're done.
She says she was scared. There was talk allegedly of golf clubs being used inside her and golf balls as well. She said that scared her, and that was one of the moments she really felt like she disconnected from her mind and was just kind of going through the motions. So through the course of the night, she says
golf
that she
club.
what is sex to a number of men, that she had sex in the bathroom with one man, that her bum was slapped, again, all without her consent. And at the end of the night, she says she left the room when she was more or less asked to leave. And she got in an Uber, she went home, she was upset at home, and her mom contacted the police. So that's what EM says happened that night. She says it was without her consent. She says, again, that she was just going through the motions.
Of those 9 days on the stand, which you were...
So the trial is wrapping up, guys. We don't need to drag it on or drag it out. The trial is basically wrapping up. So did you hear what's going on? They wanted to use a golf what? They wanted to do what? How much of them was in the room what? So how many times you guys hear nobody broadcast this? The only person you guys hear on this trial on the TV is Diddy. You guys hear about the hockey players? You hear how sinister that situation was? Did you hear how much of them came in the room on one girl? Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? As millionaires. Did you guys hear those kind of situation? As privileged white boys, allegedly. Did you guys hear that? Hear what happened and what occurred? Allegedly. So as soon as they come back with a guilty verdict or not guilty verdict, I'll be over here shouting, guys. Okay? Running on, moving on. Let's finish and unpack this content quick and fast. Okay? From there, guys. From there, we want to end up here. Okay? Devin Harges, Boardwalk Empire, Daredevil, and Gotham actor dies at 41. Okay, was known for his credit in several TV shows, also including Orange and the New Black, Blue Boots, Bloods, and FBI. So this guy passed away basically, and if you guys know him, he passed away as well. Okay, also there was a shooting. There was a shooting as well with a cartoon character. I'm trying to find that. There was a shooting with a cartoon character, guys, with his neighbor. It was an ongoing situation, and he ended up dead. When I really get back into, when it comes to my mind, I'll let you guys know what I'm talking about. So there was an actor that got shot yesterday, died. He's an actor that on a cartoon that you guys watch all the time. But he passed away. His neighbor ended up killing him yesterday as well. So possible I will find that another time. If I don't find it another time, then I will just kiss my teeth and pass. Okay? But all of those things, All of that in one nutshell. All right. So let's move on again. When I remember, I'll tell you guys. If I don't remember today, then I will bring it on to another content another time. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes, you know, you have so much things in your brain, but I'm busy, guys. So this is going to be like a busy month for me. There's school trips for the kids. There's graduation coming up. There's family events that I'm going. You know, it's a busy whole month for me, guys. I'm working, I'm running. Oh God. People, sometimes I'm a headless chicken because I'm so busy and there's so much things I gotta do and I have to pack so much things in 1 month. This is a busy month for me and my family, guys. And I'm telling you, I'm just running a headless. I'm here, I'm there. You know, although I got the children their dresses and stuff already and stuff like that, guys, I'm still running around like, oh my God, like no one's business. If you're busy, if you're a mom like me and you're busy and you're working and you're doing your thing on the side and you have your family and you're all in your family, you'll be busy more than me or busy more than the bee. So I'm telling you, I say that to tell you to say this. If I don't come on every morning starting 2 weeks from now or a week from now, guys, that means I'm really extremely busy. I'm going to try to give you guys 2 content in 1 day if I can. So at least if you guys don't see me in a couple of the mornings, you guys know that I'm busy and I'll return soon with the good, big, bad content. Okay, guys? So bear with me, okay? And pack some patience. I really appreciate you guys, all right? Because I know most likely you guys are looking for the content in the morning because if you guys weren't, you guys want to be over here, yes? All right, so let's continue. Let's continue and talk about some other stuff, all right? Let's get to here. Trinidad police probe into cartel pay. So what kind of bacchanal, they end up in too much bacchanal till at the end of the day, now the police is investigating. So they claim that there was a contract. The man was supposed to pay Vice Cartel XYZ out of amount of money. Instead of he hold it down and both of them hold it down like professionals, they are. But they always say that you cannot put hog in lipstick, and they say you can't put hog in setters. But anyways, they didn't act according to a professional situation about it. So they end up bickering on the internet a little bit. When we hide, promoter allegedly by the police have criminal record. So the amount of money where he's pushing out for the dance, the government wants to know where he get all of these money from. Sometimes when I chat so much, sometimes you guys don't even know the whole guy's mouth. So this man end up in a bunch of bacchanal, as the Trinidadian folks will say, and end up in a problem with the police. Could you imagine? So because of all of this, guys, right here, guys, look it. While there was no report of financial impropriety, Acting Police Commissioner Junior Benjamin believes the matter warrant an investigation, particular given the fact that one of the main promoter has a pending criminal charge. So they end up on the internet with a bunch of bacchanal. A bunch of hogwash. And now your money that you're paying for the concert is going to be under investigation because you have a criminal charge. Obviously, this didn't pen out yet in court. So the government now going to come and, and ask, where you get the money from. Is it drugs money, guns money, sex trafficking money? Where do you get this money from? That's what the government is shouting, allegedly. Right here, I'm not lying. Right here, I am not lying. I wasn't there. I wasn't holding up, keeping up no bacchanal on the internet for no money because the artists don't come and you end up keeping the concert without the artists. People them were upset. All kind of bacchanal end up at the concert. The big bad man never show up the concert. You said he was pay X, Y, and Z. When the Trinidadian them police listen on the ground, they said, oh no, seems like criminal activities, seems like criminal enterprise, seems like some kind of money laundering going around. Seems like this boy have more money than we, the government. Seems like there's more music seems like there's more money in the music more than in politics. Let we go fast, let we go dig up, let we go search. Because he has a criminal background. Because he has a criminal record. I never hear such bacchanal in my life. So they always say what goes on in darkness comes out in light. And they always say a lot of times when you see people out there, negative and problem usually follow them right on. So maybe if you never go and hire the man, police only investigate your money. Probably if you did leave the big bad artist and leave him where he was, then you won't have this problem now. Sometimes they say good money, every money is not. They say sometimes it's not every entertainment. You should sit down there and watch. So I'm only hearing that out because this is troubling and disturbing for me. Okay, guys? So at the end of the day now, because of the bunch of bacchanal on the internet, you're going to be investigated. Oh, no. Wow, wow. What says you? Kiss me teeth and pass. Yes? One second. So from there, guys, I'm trying to find that, one second. Trying to find something, guys. Where is it? One second. I think this is what it is. Maybe this is what, I don't remember if it's King of Hill. Okay, good. So we found it. So from there, guys, we're going to get into something else. But before we get to the rest of the reggae situation, let's drop this piece in because the other part is going to be long and I'm going to wrap up this live because I got to go. Okay, guys? So the man from King of Hill, I don't know if you guys know this cartoon character, Jonathan Josh. King of Hill, him and his neighbor had some dispute, an ongoing dispute, and the neighbor just ended up putting some bullets inside of him. So let's unpack this story quick and fast. King of Hill neighbor ended up shot him to death. You know King of Hill? King of Hill, the cartoon? I'm not sure if you guys watch King of Hill. But if you guys grown up watching King of Hill, then you guys will know, okay?
A popular actor you probably know from King of the Hill dies tragically. Tonight, we're learning new information about his shooting death as police charge his neighbor with murder. Jonathan Jaws, as he was known in the entertainment world, was the voice actor who played John Redcorn for years.
There it is, King of Hill.
Police say a long-running neighborhood feud turned deadly last night on the south side. Sue Calberg is on Dorsey off of Morrison Road, where neighbors and police say this was a long time coming. Sue?
Sarah, many of the neighbors I spoke to said Jonathan Joss Gonzalez and his neighbor, who lives just 50 yards away, have a long history of trouble. As a matter of fact, people say both men have been carrying weapons and trading threats for years. And when I asked San Antonio police for calls for service for these two addresses, they sent me the list, and it is extensive. It just goes on and on and on. But still, people have been telling me they're surprised by the tragic turn of events because these men, they say, have been arguing and then going their separate ways for years without critical incident until last night. Now, neighbors say when Joss's house was destroyed by a fire several months ago, ever since then, he's been coming to check on his mail, and the conflict started up again last night. And the neighbor, who everybody calls Freddie, Sigfredo Ceja Alvarez, shot Joss in his own driveway. So many people here who grew up with the actor and called him the class clown at McCollum High School say they're sad his career, which was bright.
So his career just went down in one doozy with a shot. Bang. Stop harassing me. Stop bullying me. Do you hear this? So sooner or later when that murder trial starts, we'll be out here front seat. Because you know we always underground. We always know the people in business. You know this. And then when we know the people in business most of the time, right? Read Fox Security. When you really think about it, all of that, hello, Red Fox, how are you? So when you really think about it, guys, this trial is going to be coming out sooner or later. And as soon as we hear what's going on, then we out here like, guys, the trial with King of Hill is on trial now. The shooter who killed him, you know what I mean? Imagine you're an actor and you've been arguing with a neighbor for so long and your house end up getting burned down and you only come and check your mailbox. And that day when you come and check your mailbox, now you end up dead like a dog right there. Imagine the big actor. So let's move on quick and fast. Okay, guys? Quick and fast. So from there, guys, let's wrap up this live because I got to run, okay? I don't even think this live is going to last not even for an hour today because I got to run, guys. And you guys know I always give you guys a good content and give you guys lots of stuff in the content. So if I shortchange you guys this morning, don't be mad, okay? Just understand, okay? It's not everything I'm going to shout out what I'm going to be doing on the live, all right? Let's get on this. Let's unpack this. So we get to understand that Idonia and Vice Cartel have some kind of ish and ash. We get to understand that Idonia and Subverto has some kind of issue and problem. We get to understand that Idonia was warned allegedly not to hang out with Vice Cartel, because if he do, he will be a dead dog and all of these things. We know in the music industry there's all kind of feud going on and all these kind of things, but we hear about the favorite word and the favorite word and the national anthem at time, the artists them bad mind and they not get to youth any chances and stuff like that. With that said, people, the man came and he had a lot to say about Idonia. Idonia, as you guys know, not too long, was still grieving his son and stuff like that. People will say that Idonia is lazy and stuff like that, but I guess because the man lost his child, the man, you know, and the man has his woman, and you know, when a woman go through situations, stuff like that, the man has to be like right there. So maybe the man try to take off some time when it comes to mental wise, because enough time when a man cry, you guys claim he's a sissy, and when a man wants somebody's shoulder to cry, and you guys claim say he's a man, he should man up. So maybe he cannot just come and tell you guys, the Jenna wants to take some time off. The Jenna lazy right now because the Jenna is going through a mental situation because of the son and because he's grieving. Only feel like say he should tough it up, suck up his tears, and come out and come make big bad gun music. But at the end of the day, the man tired and the man is grieving and the man not too long had a baby. So if the man come drop one EP and drop one song and don't drop no album, you guys should understand that people are human beings and people are doing what they're doing. I mean, Idonia, I'm not really a fan of Idonia. He has 1 and 2 good songs, but like I said to you guys, I don't get that ranchy in most of some of these songs. So it neither here nor there. You know, I have like selective, you know, artists that I like. Alkaline, like it's basically my favorite. Massacre, yeah. But that's how most it goes. When it comes to the woman artists, them, I'm not sure who I could pick because it's all about vagina. I'm in a depend it with nobody out here sell vagina and I sing about vagina. To be honest, you understand what I'm saying? But nevertheless, people, the man came out with a bag of things. Let's unpack. All right, let's unpack this one quick and fast with the Idonia situation. Okay.
Music will do.
1 second. Kick me out too, you know. Why you kick me out? Stop it. 1 second, guys. Kick me out. Yo, I will be don't play with me, you know. 1 second. 1 second, people. Damn, my hand connect. I don't know what happened. Let me go back. 1 second. Come on. Oh, don't play with me. Don't play with me, iPad. 1 second. Oh, I have to open. Oh, it won't let me open it that way. Let's see, guys. Give me a second. If it don't come, it don't come. If it comes, now I'll play it. If it doesn't, I'll kiss my teeth and pass, like literally. Okay? Did it play? No, it's not playing for me, guys. Hope it's coming. I don't know. 1 second. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Come on.
Music will do.
Listen, please.
When we go on stage, we sing and more like this, like, you know, my mother icon. When me make him come in at the crew, me make him down, and you do when you come, love it up. I smile and I laugh after that. So, I see the man them rate me to a level that.
Listen, keep on listening, please.
I'm going to do almost get on dead on.
You're there.
So, we don't allow music for a while now. Leave it. I say, you know them, yeah, man. From them time, they dismiss it from the scene then, Roberto. They dismiss it one night time. One lad, you want to see one lad, can tell an incident at St. Vincent, and we leaving up at Wagwan. Wagwan, after St. Vincent, you know, brother. You say, no, I don't want to kill you, and I don't want you to kill me.
You're there.
So guess what? You don't see leave your crew, brother.
So, there was a situation with you and Idonia.
Listen.
Like a small island. What happened with you and Idonia? when you guys were doing the show, I think it's Saint Kitts or Antigua.
Saint Vincent, man.
Saint Vincent, yeah.
Alright, me have one machine named Benjamin from Jamaica. Me there and me had a music and the Benjamin link me on Facebook and Benjamin named Benjamin and Saint Kitts in there. You see me? So I Saint Kitts or Saint Lucia a bit of it. Dog say, I want to do some music and he say, oh, me and Dona do some music with him and really I'm a producer.
So what you say are the biggest mistake you're making in your career to this point?
To build a group with him, man.
You're there.
To go around him.
To go
Biggest
around.
mistake now. To go around him. A bit of group with him.
So the biggest mistake he ever made is to go around Idonia. Mighty God. Keep on listening.
After me, when him do, he said JOP, I'm a represent for JOP. But he never have no clean heart towards me.
What did I tell you? Man, bad man.
You see me? Because for me, a vice is for Stephen. And a vice and a producer. But out of Stephen, you never ask me, who them man, I'm not vice them man.
You're there. You're hold dog in music. This is all alleged people.
So you want to go and throw me vice them man.
You're there.
You got to me and then them a tell producer and vice me again.
You're there.
Yeah?
John no star.
You're a young artist.
Bro, you feel if you 2 years and I St. Vincent up to the
murder. Could you imagine?
You feel the situation near to?
Yeah, the separation while in the party, man.
Gotta run, guys.
And I got a hole, and then don't want to do something again. There ain't no set big one.
Hear this one? Wait
you
for it.
What she was playing with. Man, them come in and shuffle through cartel crew now. One piece of option go on and cartel dog them draw your chick and cut my dog.
You're there. Pure badness.
Reach and yard, he called me in the morning and said, bro, tell you, I'm a boy them do it. He said, me boy them. What boy? We reach and foot, me see him foot so big, so.
You're
We
there.
get close to the police vinegar. You know, say a dead man, them dance all walk. March with the K and the A1 them. Anywhere we see
1
them,
second.
step on.
I had to mute you guys.
Never meet them
1 second. Me mute out half of it.
like that. No light out there. My phone won't charge up now.
I'm muting the whole thing. I'm forwarding the whole thing.
You got them here, and then them tell producer and vice me again. What that for?
Let's forward out the whole of that. 1 second.
And she tell her the coincidence, the girl about the same day as the one there.
Listen.
And I say, how can I sign this man? Hey, pussy, man. I mean, she didn't even know. We get to show America, man. I'm going to fly on. And go America. I'm just say, I'm not about that girl there. You know? I'm say them people, and you know, why me and meet them people? I get them here, them, yeah, why? And I say, I'm just want to work with the flow. Come back here, and the girl go and come back. I come back here. I only hear some booty out of JOP. I should hear some fly go America. I'm on a visa. I'm bad mind doing that, man.
You're there.
Yeah, correct, sir.
We're going to wrap up this live in, guys.
Correct, sir.
2 more minutes and I'm going to jump off of this.
One thing, you know, I want to switch gear to the all the respect. You listen, man?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm going to say, now, DK Idonia, lyricist.
Right now, the team here, you know, DK I only play two in but doing a lyricist in a long time and I'm sure Cartel have to take down a CD them and I'm going to be an until I talk.
Oh my.
Cartel have to take down a CD them and listen to them and sing back over down a song to them.
You're there.
All the car, the song, yo, brother, you go to some history.
Oh my.
Cartel have to take down a CD them, mixtape them and listen to them and sing back song like doing it.
You're there.
Donia more lyricist than Cartel. That
big time before, yeah, man.
While me and I share the same opinion, we're going to move forward still. I have a few questions and more job.
Yeah, please do. Ask the question so we can hear.
Cartel is more diversified than doing.
All right. Now, our guys are you don't know such a to move forward.
Yeah, move forward. Moving forward.
So about 13, 15 years now, fully music.
Okay. 2004.
2 more minutes, guys, because it's at 59 minutes and 36 seconds. I want the hour to run, so that's why I'm continuing to play this. But I'm gonna go.
JLP, you start. You never really arrived until I really escaped. From school days, me rise up.
All right, guys.
Cool
So I'm sure you guys heard that I wanted to what I need to drag out. Go over dancehall. Can't continue to. I don't want to continue to steal the people them content. So go over dancehall war channel. Go watch it and go watch your whole interview and tell them say I'm the one send you to go and watch it. Okay, big up dancehall war channel and all of them good things there. Go over there and go watch his content. Good channel. Not only that, guys, from there, wrapping up the live, guys, we're going to jump off and we're going to go into a little bit more bacchanal. In a little bit more situations where a man came and exposed some things in Guyana. Hopefully I could find it. I should have played that part to you guys, but then the Idonia situation came and kind of ran that one out of space. So I'm trying to find it. If I don't find it, I'll come back another day and drop the content and drop it, okay? Because I don't like to tell you guys something and then I don't follow through, okay, guys? So if I could find it, then I will play it. If I can't find it, then I'm just gonna kiss my teeth and basically pass. Oh man. Okay, I think I'm not gonna okay. All right, before we get to that, let's get to the Taylor Swift. Remember I said to you guys that Taylor Swift bought out her music. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, let's get to some other stuff. Quick and fast to wrap up this live because I got to run, guys. I got to run. Before we even get to that, guys, we want to talk about this. Dolly Parton, Beyonce reimagines Dolly Parton iconic song Jolene and her 2024 Cowboy Carter album, transferring it from plea into powerful warning, blah, blah, blah. Dolly Parton came and said it was a great song, great move, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay? I can't forget that. I have to drop that in it as well. We're talking music, aren't we not? Remember the other day I came and said that, oh, sorry, guys. Remember the other day I came and said that Taylor Swift bought out her music, da-da-da-da-dee, da-da-da-da-da, and everybody was happy for her. I can't find that part, so I'm gonna run on. But anyways, her fans are rejoicing over that situation. I had to bring that receipt and I couldn't bring the receipt, but let's drop this one anyway. All right, receipts on top of receipt. Might as well I just drop this in it and just wrap up the live quick and fast. Why? Oh my God, come on, why? And stuff like that. But we're going to get to that Guyanese part and then we're going to hop off of this live like hopscotch. Where is it? Are you coming? Are you going to play for me? No. Why when you take stuff out of the newspaper, it doesn't play? Why? Why? And it gives you like a little play thing for you to play and it won't play. That is stupid. Like that is crazy. Come on, man. Don't be an ass. Hurry up. Hurry. Hustle. Come on. People, it's out of a newspaper, so it seems like the article is not playing for me. But we're going to force it to play. Give me a second. I'm transferring it into YouTube and see if it will play for me. Okay. Guess this is going to be a commercial. I'm going to meet you guys because of commercial, okay? Commercial.
YouTube channel.
I don't want a commercial thing.
Meaning that they truly belong with her. She announced the move on Instagram, pointing her followers to a letter on her website, writing that all I've ever wanted was the opportunity to work hard enough to be able to one day purchase my music outright with no strings attached, no partnership, full autonomy, a fight she has now won. It all started in 2019 when music mogul Scooter Braun bought Big Machine Records that owned the first half of Swift's career, the music. She says she tried to buy her masters at the time, but was sent a contract that would remove her rights to her music. That's when she started re-recording her early work and then going public with her plea to buy her masters, inspiring other artists to make similar moves. Now a private equity firm that purchased the rights from Braun sold them to Swift, and fans see this as a new beginning for the superstar. Joining us now is Brian West, Taylor Swift reporter for Gannett and USA Today Network. So cool for her. I mean, I think there is still some sting in it that she had to buy back what was already hers. But how did she express her feelings to this coming together finally?
Not gonna drag it out at all. So you know how long she was trying to buy back her master. How do you go back and buy back your own music that it's yours? Make that make sense for me. How do you buy back your own music that belongs to you? So that been happening for a very long time. Let's hope some of the black people them can buy back their music without they're killing them off, without they just drag them down in sexual assault. Because everybody else seems that they could buy back their music except in the black community. Once you end up want to buy back that music in the black community, you end up under some kind of situations and all kind of problem rather. Okay, Guyanese man expose a situation. Let's get to this one and finish up this one, okay? Gonna give you guys a little bit of it. If I can't make you guys listen to the whole of it, then I'm gonna hop off of here like hopscotch because I gotta run, okay, guys? So let's see if this plays for me. If it doesn't play for me, then I'm gonna jump off, all right? Because I get these things in an article, and then when you play the article, at times if you're not subscribed to the article, it kicks you out. And I'm not here to subscribe for pay when I'm just coming to just give one measly old content. You know what I mean? I am not going to... Okay, guys, it won't play for me, so I'm going to leave that. When I come back tomorrow morning, I will drop that in half of the break of the content. It's called Guyanese Man Expose Situations. I won't finish the rest because I will just leave you guys mind at bay, put you guys mind in suspense when I roll around again with another content. So we'll leave that. Okay, we're gonna finish up this content. Thank you for watching, guys. A pleasure as always. Everything is okay till it ain't. Seriously, Steve Keen, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hope you subscribe and hope you can come on again when I'm spitting the content and welcome. And the door is always open for those who haven't subscribed yet. Please do subscribe, guys. And just remember, I come on sometimes 5 sometimes to 6:30 around that time early in the morning most of the time because most of the day I'm busy like a bee and stuff like that. Okay, guys? So just remember, in a couple of days or a week from now, if I don't give you guys content like every morning, then you guys know that this is an extremely busy month for me. Graduation, school trips, and all of those kind of things when it comes to the family. And I got a couple family outings that I want to do with my children. You guys know that I start early with my bucket list of places that I want to bring my children for the summer and just keep on checking off my bucket list. So when summer is done, I know that they had fun and they had a blast. And then after that, now I will roll around with the school stuff and all of those things, people. I plan ahead because when you plan ahead in life, more time things most of the time work out. And when you shop ahead most of the time, when you don't have, then you're okay. Same like all my food pantry that I showed you guys downstairs. I pack all kind of things in it, and when I don't have, I just go down there and take it. Always plan ahead, guys. You can't only think about today. Today, we always have to think about the future. Running on people with all of that, okay? So thank you for stopping by, guys. It's a pleasure as always. Happy Tuesday. Yay, we made it. Okay, guys? So let's wrap up this content. Like I said, I gotta go, and I'll see you guys another time. All right? So thank you very much. So let's leave with this one. No excuses. Never give up. Stay humble. Hard work. Be positive. Stop wishing. Start doing. Keep going. Trust the process. Today is your day. Happy Tuesday. Okay, guys? Wrapping on, running on with this content. Quick and fast. Okay, guys? So I'm wrapping up. Big up to those who always come and watch the content. I really appreciate you. And although more time that the content sometimes boring, sometimes the content is uplifting, sometimes you guys get a whole thing in this content, please come on back. Big up your nice clean self. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, guys? And running on, rumbling on, running on, rumbling on. A big thank you for those who always come and stop by. A big thank you for the new subscribers that you come and watch the content. You see fit to subscribe. I appreciate you. For those haven't yet, please do so. What you're waiting for, the door is open. A big thank you always to come and watch the content, okay? To give me all your patience and respect for those who always say, yo, she talk a lot. Make you have to talk so. Just play the damn thing. Make you have to talk so. Just talk. Just talk about the content. Stop interject. Thank you very much to come. I respect you. Thank you so much. Okay, guys? And for those who's having a happy birthday when it comes. Bring up your nice, clean self. Okay, guys? Big up your nice, clean self when it comes. Happy birthday. Don't enjoy it too much because you want to see another year when it comes to your birthday, okay? And for those who having a happy anniversary to that special couple. Let your light shine bright. Don't let that light dim. Of love, togetherness is a big bad thing, and togetherness makes a unit. Okay, guys? Big up your nice, clean self. Rapping on, running on. Quick and fast, guys. I'm talking fast because I gotta go. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I gave you guys a belly full and a mouth full. So I don't need to even continue to keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. Okay, guys? And for those, to the people in my life who make me smile, love me, support me, and bring me joy, I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, guys? Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. Turn on your notification bell, please and thanks. Because when I come on, then you'll be the first one to be notified. Okay, guys? Please and thank you. All right, guys? And at the end of the day, guys, moving on, running on, see it there? I can't even show you guys a peace and love sign because right now it's not showing from its blank screen. But anyways, guys, thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure as always. Don't forget the times that I come on. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell. And for the loyal subscribers, thank you very much. And for the new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're always welcome. And for everybody else, peace and love until we meet again. I'm out.